Chapter 7. The Electric Roar. The air trembled with the pressure of Gravek's dark ki. The ground cracked beneath his feet. A shockwave rippled through the streets, causing debris to float, as if gravity had ceased to exist. Halira's gaze hardened. That power? He still wasn't fighting seriously. Trunks tightened his jaw, sweat dripping down his forehead. If we keep this up, we aren't going to last much longer. Goten let out a nervous laugh. Well, guess it's time we took this seriously, huh? That's what I was waiting for, Trunks replied, a spark of defiance in his eyes. The two shared a knowing look. A simultaneous roar echoed through the air as the young Saiyans pushed their auras to the limit. The intense gold crackled with electricity, erupting in lightning bolts that tore up the ground around them as they unleashed their full power in a massive burst. Piccolo watched from a distance, a half-smile crossing his face. Super Saiyan 2. The difference in power is now overwhelming. The liberated warriors of Toria watched in wide-eyed disbelief, recoiling before the pressure of the new power. Even Halira, who had fought alongside them, couldn't suppress an exclamation of wonder. Incredible! I've never felt a power like this. Gravek, far from being intimidated, arched an eyebrow with some surprise. Well now, so you were still hiding that level? Interesting. Goten was the first to lunge. His speed in Super Saiyan 2 made him nearly invisible, materializing before the enemy with a right hook that drove him back several meters. Before Gravek could recover, Trunks was already upon him with a kick that sent him crashing into the ground. "Come on, Trunks, don't let him breathe," Goten shouted. "Not a chance," his companion replied, following up with a devastating ki wave that exploded against Gravek, kicking up a column of smoke that covered the entire area. For a moment, silence reigned over the battlefield, broken only by the crackling energy of the two Saiyans. But from within the cloud, a dark laugh rang out. "Don't start celebrating just yet." From the dust, Gravek appeared unharmed, with a look of arrogant challenge. For a moment, a bluish distortion rippled through the air around him, fading quickly. "Impossible!" Trunks shouted. "It didn't even scratch him! How did he do it?" Suddenly, Gravek flicked his hand and unleashed arcane suppression on Trunks. His aura turned blue once again, his power plummeting instantly. "Damn it, again!" Trunks growled, staggering. Gravek's hand remained steady, although a brief spasm shook his forearm before he tensed it again. "Now, Goten, it's your turn!" Piccolo shouted. Goten appeared behind him, unleashing a flurry of blows that struck Gravek directly, forcing him back with the pressure. The villain spat blood, his face now marked by fury. "It's working! If we keep tag-teaming him, he'll fall!" Goten shouted enthusiastically. Trunks, his aura regaining its golden hue as he shook off the effect, gave a grim nod. "Let's crush him!" The two friends advanced together, the brilliance of their ki illuminating the ruins like twin suns. The coordination between the two was beginning to overcome even the enemy's sinister technique. Gravek, breathing heavily, muttered through his teeth. "You damned brats!" Piccolo watched him with a hardened gaze. "No, Gravek is wearing down, but he isn't backing down." Suddenly, Gravek smiled with a cruel calm that turned the blood cold. "I don't need to beat you with just brute force. It's enough to shatter what you're protecting." Piccolo's expression hardened instantly. "Watch out! That bastard is going to change tactics." The tension was rising. Goten and Trunks had managed to control the battlefield, but they knew that Gravek still held an ace up his sleeve.